So you're on the Overwatch Collective website under Louisiana Therapist. So if a first responder service member, he or she were to listen to this podcast after reading your bio, seeing your photo, I kind of want you to break it down, like what the process to work with you would look like. Obviously, they're going to apply for financial assistance through us. We get them connected to you, they sign our waiver, and then what are kind of the next steps that you'll take from there?
Yeah, so usually they'll just reach out through my website and we'll do a consultation call. I usually do a 10 to 15-minute free consultation. I usually don't need the full 15 minutes. It's really just like a screening tool to see if we would be a good fit for one another. Of course, if not, refer to other competent therapists. The process is consultation, getting them through the door, and then asking them, what do you want from this? Because I find it so helpful to ask, and a lot of them don't know, to be quite frank with you, but to just ask them, what do you want from this, and how can I best like be a steward of this space with you? And we just start there. A lot of people don't want to go into things that they've talked about previously in therapy, and sometimes I'm fine with that. But if they want to, we start wherever it is that they want in their life, and we kind of just work forward from there, or we work with the acute stuff first and then go back to the other stuff later. So it's really like up to them and how they want to structure their counseling process, but I like to get started almost immediately. And I think in my Psychology Today it says we're not a good fit if you're not ready to start working. So
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then like from talking to Robin about this and everything, it's so difficult when people are um they're not ready to do the work, right? And like I feel like a lot of people don't realize what therapy kind of entails, and
yeah.
specifically our community when it includes so much trauma and like the work, like having to put in the work. Do you mind kind of describing that a little bit, like what doing the work in therapy may look like?
Yeah. I think for me, it looks, I actually think that I've never seen Robin do therapy, obviously, but I think I mirror her a good bit. I lean on her a lot, especially with this population, because she's been serving it for longer than I do. But, um, doing the work for me is coming in and like right off of the bat, we're going to start talking about the things that people don't want to talk about, avoidance, how you don't have to have PTSD forever, that sometimes it can just be post-traumatic stress symptoms, and how to get away from that. And I like to really hit the ground running with the more deep, intentional conversations. I'm extremely relational, so therapy with me looks more of like a relationship than it does like a surgical or clinical type of environment. So yeah, doing the work is having the hard conversations, showing up over and over and over again until we have drilled what we need to drill in, and then discussing what it might look like in the future and how to keep the line of credit open if they do need something, because in y'all's field things come and go, and you can't ever really be certain, or like certainly done with therapy, I don't think, in my opinion. So yeah, doing the hard stuff. I think that's a very generic answer, but it's what I've got.
Yeah, yeah. And